All right, today we're going to talk about a tool that seriously promises to change the way you work, automate your business, and, well, maybe even a good chunk of your life. It's called n8n, and believe me, it is a genuine powerhouse.
Now, let's just pause on that for a second. That is a huge claim, right? The idea that you can automate everything from your business to your day-to-day and do it for free? It almost sounds too good to be true, but that's the promise we're digging into.
So what is this thing really? Well, think about it like this. What if you had a developer, a personal assistant, and a back-end engineer all rolled into one? That's the kind of power we're talking about, all inside one visual platform.
Okay, let's pull back the curtain and get right to the core of what makes n8n a true automation superpower.
So, officially, n8n, and yeah, you say it, n8n, is an open-source automation platform. Its whole mission is simple but massive. It's designed to connect pretty much any app or service you can think of and let you build these incredibly complex automated workflows between them. You know, this analogy is probably the best way to get it. It has that easy-to-use, drag-and-drop feel of tools like Zapier and Make.com, but it's got the raw, unlimited power of a skilled developer underneath. And that combination, that's what really sets it apart.
And this really breaks down what makes it tick. First off, it's open source, so you can see the code, and the community is always making it better. It's self-hosted, which means your data stays with you, on your servers, which is a huge deal for privacy. You get automation with zero limits on steps or workflows. And here's the kicker. It's all on a visual canvas, but it's built for everybody, from someone who's never coded to a developer who wants to run complex AI logic.
So what it all boils down to is this. Where other tools put up walls, paywalls, feature walls, you name it, n8n just tears them all down. It's built to be limitless.
So what really makes n8n so different from everything else out there? Let's get into what gives it this incredible edge.
I mean, just look at this side by side. On one side, you've got your typical tools that trap you with expensive plans, they cap what you can do, and they hide their code. And on the other side, you have n8n. It's the total opposite. Free, unlimited, full-powered, and self-hosted. It's a completely different philosophy.
So what does this actually unlock for you? Well, you can build workflows as long and as complicated as you could ever need. You can plug the world's best AI models, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, right into your automations, natively. If you're a developer, you can drop custom JavaScript in anywhere for total control. You can connect to literally any service that has an API. And again, you control your data on your server. Plus, there's a huge community building templates to get you started in no time.
And honestly, this quote it absolutely nails the feeling. The amount of control, the power to orchestrate all these different systems, it feels less like you're using a tool and more like you're directing your own intelligent assistant.
Okay, so that feeling of power is cool and all, but where the rubber really meets the road is seeing this stuff solve real-world problems. So let's look at a few examples of this automation out in the wild. Okay, check this out. A classic but super powerful business system, totally automated. A customer fills out a form on your website. Instantly, n8n triggers ChatGPT to write a smart, personalized reply. Then, it sends that reply out via WhatsApp, logs the new lead in a Google Sheet, and pings your team on Slack. All of that happens in seconds. Zero human effort.
Or let's say you're in marketing or content. You can build a workflow that uses AI to generate entire blog posts or social media captions, and then automatically publish that content to WordPress, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You could basically run a content machine on autopilot.
And for any of you out there in the tech world, listen to this. Imagine pushing new code to GitHub. A webhook instantly triggers an n8n workflow that starts a deployment, updates your DNS records through an API, and then drops a message in Slack to let the team know it's done. That's a whole CI/CD pipeline completely simplified.
Or what about keeping an eye on the competition? You could have n8n scrape your competitors' websites every hour, watching for price changes. The second it finds something new, it logs the data and sends you an alert. That's proactive business intelligence running 24/7 for you.
So when you stack it all up against the competition, what's the final verdict? What's the bottom line?
I mean, this chart kind of says it all, doesn't it? When you look at cost, limits, who controls your data, and how much power you really have with code, n8n is just in a league of its own. While other tools are built around restrictions, n8n is built from the ground up to give you total freedom.
And that's exactly why it's becoming the #1 choice for people who need more than just a simple connector. We're talking entrepreneurs building lean businesses, DevOps teams automating their entire infrastructure, SaaS creators building powerful backends, and agencies managing complex workflows for all their clients.
Which really brings us back to the main idea here. Learning n8n isn't just about adding another piece of software to your toolbox. It's about fundamentally upgrading what you're capable of doing. It's like giving yourself a superpower to automate away all the boring stuff so you can focus on what actually matters.
So, the only question left is this. Once you have this kind of power at your fingertips, the power to connect absolutely anything and automate everything, what's the very first thing you're going to build?